with regard to the future, or rather with regard to people's attitude towards the future, there are broadly two kinds of unfortunate people. Those who don't worry about the future at all. In fact, don't bother to think beyond tomorrow. And then there are those who worry so constantly and obsessively about the future that they forget to live in the present and enjoy the present and relish all the goodies that life serves up to them. Now, as a teacher who handles hundreds of people, students as well as their parents, sometimes even grandparents, all the time, someone who has been doing it for years and decades, I have to handle both kinds and counsel both kinds. There are those, as I said, the first category, those who don't worry at all, those who don't even bother to think. And they suffer from all the worry and anxiety when any kind of danger or challenge comes up, knocking at the door. And they always find themselves unprepared. Be it examinations or taxes or savings that are due or sudden bills or illnesses, unpredictable twists and turns of fortune, rise and fall in business, unexpected family troubles. Not really unexpected, but they happen and catch us off guard simply because we never thought about them, we never expected them or anticipated them. To these people, I constantly say, think a little about the future, sometimes at least. Not too much, not obsessively, not to worry yourself sick, but so that you are prepared. One of the chapters in my book to my daughter is titled Expect the Unexpected. Life serves you lemons all the time, hitting you on the back of the head with a kosh when you were least expecting it. But a man walking down a dark street alone with a lot of money in his pocket should be expecting that kosh in the dark from behind. And that way he'll take precautions. Either he will not walk down the street, or he will have an armed guard with him, or will not be carrying so much cash, or he'll be well prepared to deal with the kind of emergencies that could very easily crop up. This is, of course, metaphorical, but this is the kind of trouble that we often have to face simply because we weren't ready. I remember a man in his early 50s who came up to ask me about how the insurance company had paid my wife's bills when she was sick and needed surgery, and it came to a pretty penny. And he was very eager to know whether the company had paid up everything, and he said, yes, I'm thinking of getting her an insurance also. She has been diagnosed with a difficult disease. And I felt pity for him, but I couldn't help laughing. See, a man in his 50s, this is the kind of age when people constantly advise the young, learn from us, we are so much more experienced, we have seen so much more of the world. This man had no idea what insurance meant and what insurance is all about. He thinks that the insurance company is some sort of charitable institution, that they will pay up after he pays the first premium when his wife has been diagnosed with a difficult disease. The whole idea of insurance is that you keep on paying premium for years and years. Sometimes you don't need it at all because you'll never fall sick. Yes, and then the insurance company keeps all that money. That is where the profit comes from. And then people say, oh, what a waste of money. Why should I? I can think of much better ways to spend my money. I won't take insurance unless I fall sick. This is ridiculous. A person takes out insurance to guard against one of the kinds of unexpected challenges or dangers that come up from time to time in all our lives. So, again, this I use only as an example. But if you think a little, whether you're a person in your teens or whether you're a person in your 40s or 50s, a man who thinks a little about the future is better prepared to handle both challenges and pleasures better than one who doesn't. And then there's the other kind who worry all the time. And believe me, a person who is a natural, instinctive worrier will find something to worry about all the time. I know, because I'm that kind myself. I have to fight my own demons. So he will always be worrying about something or the other. Suppose my exams go badly, suppose I fall ill, suppose my wife runs away, suppose my daughter gets into bad company, suppose my business flounders, suppose I don't win the next election, suppose my new movie bombs at the box office, suppose I run out of petrol on the road. This way, two bad things happen. First is that you suffer twice. There are many kinds of suffering that you cannot avoid in your entire life. Sooner or later, some of them will happen to you. If you're a lucky person, you'll have fewer such sufferings. If you're an unlucky person, you'll have more. But everybody will suffer sometimes, in some ways, and some of them will be really painful. But by anticipating such suffering, painfully, agonizingly, imaginatively, you actually suffer twice. Think about that. It's a disturbing thought. If I am going to get hurt in an accident someday, somehow, an accident which simply could not be avoided, why should I waste so much of my present pleasurable, happy, untroubled moments by worrying about it and being afraid of it? When it comes, I'll have to face it anyway. Why suffer twice? So to those people I say, make a practice, make a habit of trying to worry less. The world will go on and your life will also go on for a few more days, months, years, decades. Enjoy what you get. And eventually you will see a lot of things didn't matter even if they happen to you, both good and bad. The only thing that matters is by the time it's time for you to pass, to leave this world, whether you have a very good album of memories to flip through in your mind. Remember Wordsworth talking in Daffodils, that when you find some solitude for yourself and recline on your couch and shut your eyes, and then the daffodils come dancing before your mind's eye, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. Store up good memories, and you can do that only by living in the present and enjoying the present to the fullest. So what does the truly wise man do? The wisest man I have ever known, the Buddha, he recommended the middle path. Every religion, every long tradition of philosophy says the same thing, whether you're listening to the Stoics of the West or Confucius in China. They all say the middle path is the golden mean. Sarvam atyantam garitam, they say in Sanskrit. All extremes are bad. So if people are trying to get the best out of life, I would advise them to think a little about the future and anticipate and prepare for emergencies. But at the same time, do not waste your present by constantly worrying about the future. That way, you're wasting your own life. Think about it, and someday, some of you will thank me for this.